Good morning, everyone. It is Ask Me Anything Monday. That's right. On Mondays, you can ask me anything on IG Live, or you can ask me anything at 3 p.m. Pacific time on Clubhouse. We do a little Ask Me Anything where you guys ask me the questions. Just go ahead, post them in the Q&A section. If you want to ask me live, then go live with me. We'll try to get to you. If you don't get to you today, then let's go ahead and get to you at 3 p.m. Pacific time on Clubhouse. You can always email me your questions. Happy to send you my book. I'm happy to sign it, ship it to you, send you email, audiobook, whatever you want. Just david@dmeltzer.com. What would you tell your 20-year-old self? I would tell my 20-year-old self to ask for help, to know what I want, and then find someone who has it and ask them for directions. What's the smartest thing to do with it? $10,000. Well, you got to know your timing and your risk tolerance. Once you know your timing and the risk tolerance and then decide on your what, then you know your who. So who's been doing it in that specific area that can give you the best indication of how to utilize that money according to your timing and risk tolerance. There we go. Thank you, Jakey. Bakey is here. We'll pin up david@davidmeltzer.com. Email me if you need anything, books, guides, exercises. Awesome training this Friday. Join us 11 a.m. Today you will hear the training from last week, the ferocious Buddha training. Grab it, love it, learn it. Sales advice for the phone due to lack of in-person sales discussions. Look, if you want to increase your sales immediately, practice having people call you back. 80% of all opportunities are lost because they don't know how to get people to call them back. I am here to tell you it is the greatest skill set. You can be a horrible closer and be a great statistically successful salesperson by practicing getting people to get back to you in person, on the phone, via email and media. Get people to get back to you, then transition interest, then share vision. Yes, Justin, I'm back in the closet. And it's good to be back in the closet. I just got to tell you, I've been traveling the whole world for 11 days with 1 day in between to see my son. I went to Syracuse with the No Bull Conference with the great vaynerchuk. I then flew home, spent a day and a half with my son, then to Fort Lauderdale, then to the Bahamas, then finished up very strong with the $100 million mastermind with the greatest mindset people. And I was blessed to be a speaker, instructor there, and really enjoy the $100 million mastermind. If you haven't joined it, check it out. But I was there in Miami. We actually had amazing people. It was off the hook with the great Mayweather was there. It was good. 2 Chains. And then, of course, all the greats out there. Jim Quick and I spent some good time together as well. And I was just trying to expand. Bobby Castro, if you haven't checked him out, he's amazing, amazing people. Dan Fleischmann, shout out to him for putting on just an extraordinary event. All right, let's get to these questions. It's Ask Me Anything Monday. If you don't catch me today, catch me later today, 3 p.m. Pacific on Clubhouse. Please join me there. Email me if you need to join. Who was the most interesting person you met at the mastermind? I think Bobby Castro. I hadn't really got to know him. Aaron Wags. But Bobby, I've known those other guys. So Bobby Castro is probably the most interesting. Kent Clothier. Yeah, he's super interesting. I know him. Great guy, great person. And I want him to be a great friend. He's a good friend right now. We got to do more together. We're right up the street from each other. So, Kent, shout out to you. There's so many great people on there. I hate listing out people because you leave them off. So let's just put it this way. If you're not part of the $100 million mastermind, you're missing out. And if you're not part of the No Bull Conference, the No Bullshit Conference with Gary Vaynerchuk and I, you're missing out. I am blessed to be around it. And we got the draft. NFL draft is our next trip. Leaving next week for that. Let's keep these questions coming. It's Ask Me Anything Monday right now on IG every Monday. And then 3 p.m. Pacific time on Clubhouse. What was the greatest lesson you learned from traveling again? That I have learned to enjoy and vacation every day. I saw no difference in my day in how much I enjoy it. When I was in the Bahamas, when I was in Fort Lauderdale, when I was in Miami, around all these cool people, I was just thinking to myself, I am so blessed. This is my everyday. Where other people, this was like their bucket list. This was a highlight. They're running the roller coaster of life. And I'm just plateauing and growing. And I'm just as satisfied here answering questions with you on Instagram Live and all of those different places. I have proven to myself, not just lied to myself about the vacationing every day. Also reiterating too how much my family means to me. I was blessed. My wife traveled with me the entire time except for with Gary Vaynerchuk in the first 3 days. And I'm also blessed to have such an amazing company. And when I say that, company means the people with me, who are my companions. Company is not an entity. My company are those companions that are on this journey with me in gratitude, forgiveness, accountability, and inspiration. And those companions, Colleen and Justin and Jakey and Mikey and Maddie and all of the team. Thank you. Just great to be companions of yours in this great company, a collective consciousness. So thank you. I'm just blessed. That's all I got to say. I am blessed. What are you most excited for this week? Well, first of all, spending time with my son and my daughter. The other two in college, so still talking to them, but I'm really looking forward. We got practices and school and all the things. I can't wait to sit down at dinner and just have fun. We had a good time last night. We took an early plane. We were blessed. We were invited to fly private home, and we said, no, we want to be home. So we went commercial early so we could spend the night with our kids, and best decision we made. I will tell you, though, it's very tempting. If that plane was late, I would have been a little bit bummed, but we were early. And thank you for my companions to pick me up. You guys are awesome. All right, keep the questions coming. Q&A, Ask Me Anything Mondays right now, live, and Ask Me Anything Mondays, 3 p.m. Pacific time on Clubhouse. Advice for leaving a good message on the phone. There's only one reason, unless it's your mother-in-law, and that's to get them to call you back. So the way you get them to call them back is figure out what they do and what would benefit them. So if they're selling something, say, hey, I'm calling to buy your stuff. Or if they're hiring, hey, I'm calling to hire someone. Whatever it is they do, supply them that to call them back. It doesn't mean you have to give them a good offer, but always you can create margins. So especially if it's a company that sells something, offer to buy it and say, hey, I'm just calling to purchase this. Give me a call back. And then give them an offer that you think is fair, that you can create a margin for it. And if they take it, great, you just made some money. And if they don't, now you have an entree to have them call you back to ask them questions and to find the reasons, impacts, and capabilities, to provide the value, to transition interest, to share a vision. If you want this 5 to Thrive system, it's free. Just email me, david@dmeltzer.com. If you want the 5 to Thrive system, it's free. david@dmeltzer.com. It'll teach you how to stimulate interest, get people to call you back, transition interest, share a vision, and manage and develop that vision with the go, no-go plan, etc., and thrive. 5 to Thrive is free, like everything else I do. Please email me, david@dmeltzer.com. If you haven't joined me on my text, it's 949-298-2905. Oops, 949-298-2905, my text community. All right, let's keep it rolling. Unless you want someone wants to go live with us. Whoa, things are moving there. Betty Collections, hello. Would you like to go live with me for a question? It's Q&A. Ask Anything Monday. Every Monday on IG, every Monday on Clubhouse. Hello, my dear. How are you, Betty?
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Where are you calling from?
Calling from Nigeria.
Oh, awesome. One of my best friends is Christian Okoye, the Nigerian nightmare, my friend. Anyway, what question can I help you with?
I've seen your post. I don't know, I just joined this live video though. So I've seen your post on how you motivate entrepreneurs, how to make sales, how you can be better and all. But my question now is, how do you get people convinced to be able to patronize and get your product? Because there are some people that you try to talk to them, they don't even want to listen to you, like they're not even interested in whatever you're selling. But how do you convince these people? Because when I try to convince people and they don't want to listen to me, get me really depressed. I feel bad because I'm unable to sell I'm unable to sell my products, right?
Yeah, well, let me change your life right now. Don't Don't try to convince a closed mind. It takes 1,000 times the energy to convince a closed mind as it does an open mind. Spend that 1,000 times the energy in finding open minds. Build the top of your funnel to a greater point where you're attracting like minds that have open minds. And you only have to ask them one question. Do you know anyone that can help me? You don't even have to sell the open mind. You just have to ask the open mind for help and ask them if they know anybody that would like your products. Stay away from the closed minds. Go ahead, give it a shot. If you see that there is nothing but a closed mind there, run away from it. Go ahead and go on to building out the top of the funnel to attract, to ask the open minds. Do you know anyone that can help me? I sell this product. Do you know anyone that can help me? What's the product that you're selling right now?
I'm into poultry. Like I sell, I don't know if you know this because it's just the Nigerian stuff. I sell fish, smoked dried fish. So what I do is I go to the company, I get them from the company, then I rebrand, like I repackage it my own way with my label, my brand name on it, then I sell to people. So what I do is I go to supermarkets, I go to supermarkets, I go to those women that sells food stuff. I let them know what I'm selling so that if they're interested, they can buy from me. Sometimes I go to offices, you know, to market my product.
Yeah, go to the people. Go to the open-minded people, the people who are buying it, and say, hey, do you know anyone that could help me? I'm looking for more places to sell this. Here, try this out. Find the open minds. So what you're doing is you're running up against the wall again and again and again, and you're expecting a different result. Don't find the key, and the key is the open mind. Be positive. Don't these positive conversations snowball the same way the negative conversations.
Yes.
So you pray for, when someone has a closed mind, you pray for their happiness. Try to understand where they're coming from, but if they have a closed mind, 1,000 times the energy to change a closed mind than it does to find just one open mind who will help you. So go ahead, do that. I promise you, next time you come on, you'll have greater success. Okay?
Amen. Thank you so much.
God bless you. Stay happy. Take care.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, Betty. Thanks for coming on. What a sweetie. Oh, she's awesome. All right. So many of us try to convince people that are unconvincible. Don't do it. You know how many people are out there? You know how easy and accessible they are? Do you know how low the barrier of entry is? Find the open minds, mature the open minds, and simply ask them, do you know anybody that could help me? Do you know? It doesn't have to be the people that are actually selling it. It could be the people that are buying it, or the people that know the people that are selling it or buying it. Ask and find the open minds. Put it out there. Utilize your life in a positive manner. Get rid of all that interference, void, shortages, and obstacles. Trust me, you don't got to go over the mountain, around it, through it, or under it. There's a little key of kindness that allows you simply just to ask for help. It is Ask Me Anything Monday. That's why I'm here. You can get me on IG Live, 8 a.m. Pacific or 3 p.m. Pacific on Clubhouse. Okay? Please join me anytime. Thank you for adding all these great questions, by the way. Just so awesome to have you on here. Here we go. I feel like I have an ego problem. How can I fix it or control it? All right. We can't give you an egoectomy, and everybody has ego. And what the ego does is it edges goodness out of our life. EGO, edges goodness out of our life because it creates the interference, those void, shortages, and obstacles between you and what you're already connected to. You see that you are already happy, you are already healthy, and you are already wealthy. And you need to shift your paradigm, your mindset, your heart set, and the conscious continuum to say, what am I doing to interfere with my health, my happiness, and my wealth? That's what you got to do. And so in order to do that, you need to, one, identify the triggers of the ego being the need to feed, fight, flee, and the other F word that Gary Vee loves to use. And what you need to do is understand what triggers that, because when your ego is in play, all the blood releases from your brain down to your body so you can feed, fight, flee, or the other F word that Gary Vee likes to use. So what I would do is start identifying those triggers. For me, let me give you a list of some of my triggers. The need to be right, the need to be offended, the need to be separate, the need to be inferior, the need to be superior, the need to be angry, frustrated, guilty, resentful. When those happen in my life, I trigger my ego, the blood leaves my brain. Now I'm trying to make a decision with no blood in my brain. All the blood's in my body, and I'm moving and accelerating in the wrong direction, creating more voids, more shortages, more obstacles. Don't do it. Don't do it. Simply stop when you trigger the ego. Stop. This is how we control the ego. You stop. Breathe through the nose, out through the mouth. 90 seconds. Get the blood back into the place that you need to use, the brain, because we control that mindset. We control the heart set. We control the conscious continuum of what we think, say, do, believe, even the unconscious continuum of what we have in characteristics, personality, traits, our obsessions and addictions, all of those things. If we just stop, drop by breathing into center, now we can roll in the right directions, free of the interference, and allow the things that we want to come into our lives. All right. So remember, don't let the ego edge goodness out of your life. Rocky always says it better. So I have posters of Rocky all over the place. So go ahead, post up what Rocky said, because I will enjoy it immensely. I am a huge, huge Rocky fan. David, love the vibe you put out. What would you say the steps of creating one's life purpose is? For me, it's know your what by taking inventory of your values. Know who can help you. The fastest way to get to where you want to be is to ask them for directions. Know your how. For me, that's being and utilizing the mathematical equation of luck. What you pay attention to, what you give intention to, equals the coincidences of your life. A mathematical equation to get what you want. Know your now. Stay present by doing things now. 100% of the things you do now get done. So get them done. The difference between successful people and unsuccessful people are successful people get things done. Make it happen. And then finally, utilize the EGO. Understand the stop, drop, and roll. Identify, stop, drop, and roll, and allow the things to happen in your life. Know that you are health, wealth, and happiness. Stop interfering with it. Stop. What are the things I'm doing to interfere with my health? What am I eating? What am I stretching? What am I exercising? What am I doing to interfere with my wealth? What am I doing to interfere with my happiness? And it will all come to you as you clear that with the ego. Jakey, bakey, stop, drop, and roll. I see you there, my friend. I see you. Keep this coming. It is Ask Me Anything Monday. Right now, you can ask me anything. If you want anything on the ego, david@dmeltzer.com. Just email me. I'll send you those exercises on ego, stop, drop, and roll. Ferocious Buddha training is on the playbook. Download the Ferocious Buddha training today, the playbook. It's on every single day, every single platform. David@dmeltzer.com. If you don't know where to find it, the playbook, download it, like it, share it. Spotify, Google, iTunes, Entrepreneur. There's tons of them everywhere. The playbook. It's the Ferocious Buddha training. If you want it, email me, david@dmeltzer.com. All right. Where do I start? First, start by taking inventory of your own values. So for me, it's writing out gratitude, which will give you perspective. So you start working the muscle of finding the light, the love, and the lessons in everything you do. Change your mindset to find and look for the superpowers, not just within other people, but within yourself. Look and see what you love about yourself. Learn to love you through having gratitude of how blessed you are and how grateful you are. Be forgiving. Forgive yourself for all the mistakes, failures, shortages, voids, and obstacles that you've created, the interference that is there. Just forgive yourself. It will bring peace to you, and it will be the only circumstance of certainty by being forgiving. By forgiving the unforgivable, all peace and certainty would come to you. Be accountable, learning the lessons that you can through understanding that you are accountable and in control of your life, that everything is in your life has attracted to you because of you. And you're just supposed to learn from it. Life is about lessons, and the lessons will keep on coming until you learn them. There are no problems if you have the solution. There are no problems. There are no disease if you got the vaccine. There are no problems, right? The antidote. Go ahead. Focus in on the solutions. Find those solutions. Find those core values. Gratitude, forgiveness, accountability, and then you will be in spirit, inspired. Remember, motivation will get you up, get you back up, but inspiration will get you there. You need motivation. Fear will motivate you. Ego will motivate you, but it's not going to last. It's going to suck your soul. It's going to drain your energy. Inspiration will create a flow. Remember, that flow is what widens you so you can handle more and more and more. All right. Keep them coming here. We are Ask Me Anything on Monday, right now, IG Live, or Clubhouse at 3 p.m. if you miss me here. Come on, you can go live with me if you like. It doesn't matter to me. I'm publishing a self-development language learning crossover book. Would you consider pre-ordering it? Yeah, of course. And everybody else should. Just email me the information, david@dmeltzer.com. I'm happy to help you. People send me books all the time. Absolutely. We can get people behind a book like that. How could I utilize my speaking engagement into money? Look, speaking is like any other skill and any other capability. You need to be well practiced. You need to build a brand, and then you can monetize it. The better you are at speaking, the more you'll get paid. The more value you bring, the more you'll get paid. And so when you figure out how to speak to change people's lives, to create more revenue, to save money, to create happiness, whatever it is, people will pay you. They'll want you there. Your time, they will do it. But you got to practice. You got to make sure that you're improving and providing more and more value as you go. Here we go. Let's see who else. If anyone would like to come live with me, please go ahead. Let me know. Let's keep answering these questions. Can you speak Chinese? No, I cannot, but I can bring someone on that does. Appreciate it, Rice. I need to find my values. Yep, and take inventory of them every day. David, love the vibe you put out. What would you say the steps of creating one's... Oh, I did that one already. Sorry about that, brother. It must be a good question, but keep hitting it. There we go. Keep the questions coming. Marcus, here we go. Can you expand on mechanisms for forgiving oneself? Great question. All right. What are the mechanisms of forgiving ourselves? One is to identify the mistake, the failure, the lesson, the mistake, the failure, the setback. And so when we can identify and then take accountability for it by saying, what did I do to attract this to myself? And what am I supposed to learn from it? Once I gather that lesson, I can tell myself, I forgive myself. I forgive myself by actually learning. The greatest form of forgiveness is learning the lesson. Remember, logic won't change the way you feel, but action will. You can go from nothingness to a possibility simply by taking the action of imagining something. You actually can take nothingness and turn it into a possibility by the action of imagination. You can change the way you feel by imagining, acting, believing, thinking, saying, doing. All of those different ways will change the way you feel. Logic, you can sit there all day long and try to process and learn about the way you feel, but it's not going to allow you to change the way you feel until you take action. And one of those actions or activities is to forgive yourself. And not to try to think of, I shouldn't feel this way. I shouldn't feel this way. No, forgive yourself, right? If you've done something that is wrong, a mistake, a failure, a sin, whatever you want to call it, forgive yourself. And the greatest way of forgiving ourselves to change the emotional aspect of ourselves is to take action to course correct it and not do it again. Learn from it. Learning is an activity. It's an activity that allows us to plateau and grow and expand and accelerate instead of recreate, meaning start over, same place every day, making the same mistakes, the same setbacks, feeling as if no matter what we do, we always end up in the same place, like the myth of Sisyphus, like Camus wrote in The Stranger, pushing a boulder to the top of the hill just to have it roll down to the bottom every day. Why do I want to live an insane existence, doing the same things, expecting a different result? You should check out, if you're interested in this, the Ferocious Buddha training on Spotify, featured there. Go ahead, look the playbook. All the trainings are featured. Google, iTunes, Entrepreneur, check it out. The playbook, you'll love it. They're all posted up there. Enjoy. All right, here we go. I'm publishing, oh, man, what the heck? Oh, here we go. I'm publishing a book on language learning in August. How can I effectively sell it? Well, ask for help. And you want to effectively sell it, you need a community to sell it to. In order to build that community, you need to ask for help from people in order to facilitate building that community of like-minded people who will enjoy learning what you have about those languages and the accessibility of those languages. Ask for help. Find people that sit in a situation that you want to be in or know how to get to where you want to be. Ask them for help. Ask for help. You cannot ask often enough, big enough to the right people. Keep asking for help. You are giving them an opportunity to feel good. Everybody feels good when they help somebody else. All right, we got tons of people coming live in here. Let's see. We will Let's check it out. Try to get live with Kelly. Ask a question live. Bill Ackman is for reals, man. Right on. Hi.
Hi, I'm Kelly from Canada.
Hi, Kelly. Kelly from Canada. Welcome. You have a question for me?
So I wanted to just say thank you so far, because your mentality is very much like mine, and we talked last year when I was laid off, and I know that you and I and Gary Vee are going to do stuff together in the future, but to brighten people's day, because in Canada we're in a lockdown and it's not good if Americans are watching. So we're doing different things here to like make people just feel special. But yeah, so I dream of being able to have my own company so that I can create, the right vibe so that people don't have to go through toxic work environments like I've experienced. And so right now I'm asking people for references to apply to a big, huge national position with Girls Incorporated, which is an organization that I have over 5 years experience. And that's how I ended up getting to hang out with Malala and Warren Buffett. Girls Inc. from Omaha, Roberta, the CEO, said, come on down, like Bob Barker. And my life changed, not financially, but just knowing that you can be kind and successful, because Warren Buffett asked me for a photo and I grew up on social assistance. So I want that job to want me. And I also posted on your post about the cars you like, I like Volkswagen Beetles, and that's never going to change. So I said it on that sponsored post of yours, and then Volkswagen Canada followed me because there's a Beetle in my garage over here. But I would like to get paid through my company to travel, and learn the Beatles names, the Beatles stuff. And so your stuff is definitely helping me get to the next level. And I asked 11 people for references last week, and growing up the way I did, I don't ask. So I'm exhausted this week because that's more asking than I've done in 10 years. And even my friends were like, who are you?
Nice. Well, you better email me because I'll give you a reference for sure. I have so many friends in Girls Inc., the Colker family, Dee Dee Wong. Warren Buffett's birthday is next week, so you may want to give him a 90. He's having a big birthday party in Omaha, his 90th birthday party. Everybody's flying in for that.
Are
He's
you
turning
flying in for
90. I can't make it. I'm going to the NFL draft, but it's going to be a celebration. So you want to reach out to Warren and make sure you wish him happy birthday. Girls Inc. is a phenomenal organization, and please email me. I have introductions and a recommendation for you. So email me, david@dmeltzer.com. I'd love to help you, Kelly.
Perfect. I'll email you tomorrow. But yeah, thank you so much for that. And I really like that because I thanked Malala's dad when I was down in Omaha, and I actually ran away from Warren. So I didn't get his contact info or anything, because I literally told him where I come from. When he tried to give me his wallet, I said, where I come from, if my mom finds out that I've asked for your wallet or your money, I'm going to get hit. And then I was like, uh-oh, don't come to my tiny town because my mom doesn't care how much money you have. Are you kind today?
Yes, sir. Ma'am.
So thank you so much for your time, and I'll send you an email.
Thank you for being so kind and helping so many. And I know that everything's coming that you dream of. You'll manifest it more rapidly and accurately. Keep asking for help. Make it 22 people this week, not 11, okay?
You're going to kill me. Bye.
That's okay. Bye. Bye, Kelly.
Bye,
all
guys.
Right. The Beetle lover, Kelly. You can see we're making a difference, changing lives. Gosh, year goes fast. So many people come up and have told me how we can plant these seeds for trees we never sit under. Whoo, unbelievable. All right, let's take one more question. Don't forget, 3 p.m. today, Ask Me Anything on Clubhouse. Don't forget to download the playbook. You'll love it. Ferocious Buddha training. If you want any of the exercises or my book for free, I'll sign it, send it, pay for shipping. Don't worry. I'll email it to you, audiobook it to you. I don't care. David@dmeltzer.com. You can always text me to join my text community, 949-298-2905. All right, let's take this last question. And I love Ask Me Anything Mondays. They're amazing. So many different questions in so many different areas. Advice on managing life when everything seems to be falling apart. Divorce, moving, kids, new jobs, etc. So many people feel as if their life is falling apart. Or is it? Or is it? Maybe it's recollecting itself. Maybe it's remembering itself. Maybe it's reminding itself. If you can find the light, the love, and the lessons in the divorce, the moving, the kids, the new job, I know tons of people that have, as difficult it is to go through divorce, have come out the other side and said it was the best thing they've ever done. I know tons of people who move say it's the best thing they've ever done. I will tell you, thank goodness I haven't been divorced, but in the moving side, my mom moving me from Akron, Ohio to San Diego was the scariest, most painful, what you would call falling apart 10-year-old, 9-year-old move, 9-year-old move. Best thing I ever have done. My mom moving me to San Diego has cemented her. By the way, today is my mom's birthday. Happy birthday, Mom. I love you. I know we talked this morning. I know we're going to see each other and have dinner together, but I love you. You're the best mom in the world. Happy birthday. Don't make me cry. And thank you for moving me from Akron, Ohio to San Diego, California when I was 9 years old. Nothing about kids is ever falling apart. They're the life, the love, and the lessons of your life. They're your legacy. So, and then a new job, I don't know where that's falling apart. So shift your mindset, your heart set, and your conscious continuum. Find the light, the love, and the lessons in the divorce, the moving, the kids, the new job. Change the way you look at things, my friend, and the things you look at will change. So happy birthday, all these people. Mom, happy birthday. And a quick happy birthday to Iris as well. Always shares my mom's birthday. But thank you. I love you, Mom. I love you. What are the 4 things you tell your mom? 1, Mom, I'm healthy, very healthy. 2, I'm happy, extremely happy. 3, I appreciate you, Mom. And most importantly, don't make me cry, but I love you. Happy birthday. All right, everyone. Be kind to your future self. If you have more questions, it's Ask Me Anything Monday. Ask me anything you want, 3 p.m. Pacific on Clubhouse. I appreciate everyone taking the time to express what they want to know, and hopefully everyone got the answers that they needed in a very short amount of time. Let's go out there and seize the day. Let's celebrate my mom's birthday. She's the kindest person I've ever met, with unconditional love. Yes, I will be your mentor. Email me, david@dmeltzer.com, david@dmeltzer.com. Happy birthday, Mom. Most importantly, one of the lessons my mom lives by: be kind to your future self and do good deeds. I'll see you at 3 p.m. Pacific on Clubhouse. Have a great day.